Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to be looking at the brush section, this whole left side of the screen that you can see, this brush section. Right now I have the default interface loaded so that you don't get confused, or it will be easier for me to make you understand. So as you know, without further ado, let's get started with the video. And if you like my content, please hit subscribe button, and that will help me grow, that will help you grow. And yes, so the first thing that you see is the brush. We all know what brush does. You have plenty of brushes. It's a whole bunch of collection. It based on what you want to do. Right now it's standard. Second is the section that shows that how your brush performs. Suppose it's dots right now. So what dots does is standard have a default brush alpha of a simple dot, a faded dot. So if you see that right now what dots is doing, that it is giving you the same alpha and projecting it in dots manner. This uh, it's so close to them right now, so that you can't understand that it is actually dot. To see that, you can go here in strokes and turn on lazy mouse and increase the steps. Then you will be able to see that yes, it's actually in dot format. See, that's what I was talking about. Right now there is no alpha, so this is the default alpha that comes with the standard. So that brings on to the next section, which is alpha. If you see that there are a lot of alphas, you can you can project them however you want in dots. So in most cases dot work. Just you need to keep in mind that your steps are pretty low so that it behaves like a line, if you want that anyways. And the next thing that you see is DragRect. This is a very useful tool, uh, option for brushes. If you want to put any details like alpha or character detail, something on the skin or in on even clothes. Suppose I have a cloth loaded, we can drag it out. It's just a drag rectangle. So yeah, right now its intensity is too high. uh, Here, see, if you want to give your clothes some details, or your skin or your creature some scales, you just have to have an alpha ready for that, and it'll work flawlessly. DragRect. So in some cases you will find that your alpha is all boxed, or right now my alpha is faded by corners. So how to do that? Suppose that so to fix that, go to alpha. In modify section you will see that your refine edge is set to something like I don't have that kind of alpha with me right now, but let's see if we can find something default. Alright, so increase. No, no. Right now it is projecting with a uh, yeah. So here we go. So see that if you bring in the alpha, sometime it gives you this. Even if you adjust the focal shift, it will give you this. So to fix that, you can go into alpha and increase your refine factor. It's a radial fade to some 4 5 value, and it'll behave the same. I haven't touched the focal shift. Sorry, I did touch it. Alright, so yeah, it behaves like this. Then you can increase it further to your taste. From 4 you can go 12, and see, now the focal shift is 0, and then in some case it behaves like this when your alpha have a really strong edges. And yeah, this was the DragRect, which is very useful, and it's mostly useful with the standard. I found it very useful with the standard. The next is Freehand. It's close to the dots, and it's what it says. It takes one of your alphas and drags it according to that, like this. It's just a freehand uh, brush. You can do that. Yeah, it's also, it behaves pretty much similar with the dots. You can get very similar results in both of them. So yeah, you can use either. A very interesting one, color spray and spray. So I excuse me. So I use spray to project details like this. It's what it does. It randomly sprays on the object and it projects your alpha. If you don't have alpha, as I said, it will project your standard brush alpha, which is something like this sort of alpha. So spray does that. So one thing you can adjust is you can change the flow. If you increase the flow, uh, let me select this alpha again. Yeah, it will increase your flow. And one thing was that which increased the intensity, not the intensity, or the, yeah, decrease the flow, and it's gonna make your alpha space. It gives your it will give some space within your alpha. Let's project some dot. Suppose this. So right now my flow is high. See, the dots became closer, and if I decrease the flow, the dot will move apart. I hope you understand what flow does. And yeah, it's what basically it is what it is. Anyways, so the most important and very interesting thing is the color spray. I will show you. Let's suppose you are texturing a skin and you want to give some random freckles, or with some different kind of colors to the freckles. You select something which looks like pore. Make sure your Z add if off and RGB is on. Select whatever you like you want your tinted skin should be. I will just add this one here, and suppose I want to give some pinkish color to the skin or something like that. And watch closely what it does. The color spray, it will take that value of the color that you have picked and it will project some colors around that separately. See, I have pinks here, I have orange here as well. So you can minimize the effect by decreasing the color. Now it will give one. If you increase the color, it's going to give different kind of rainbow colors to this. So this is very useful for subtle things. You can decrease the RGB intensity and try to paint the skin a little bit as you want. And yeah, it can be used in many ways, many ways. It depends. It totally depends on your creativity. And anyway, with shift you can smooth out the RGB. So I won't recommend shift if you are painting uh, realistic characters. If it's stylized, it works. Also, yes, so this was a very interesting feature. Drag dot is just a dot. It projects the dot on your mouse, uh, this like this. You got the dot. It's useful when you want to give some particular details, or I use it when while placing my pupil like this. So both have same kind of size. It is what it is. And textures is textures that you can use with DragRect. It gives you the texture uh, like this to your model. It's basically what it is. And then you have the material and your colors. Switch color is your foreground and background switching colors, and alternate if it's on. You can paint with this. Sorry, my textures was on, and this. See this, and alt will do the. If the alt is off, you cannot paint black by pressing alt, and if alternate is on, you can press alt and then you can paint the alternate color which is there. So that was a very quick and a very thorough video of your brush section. I hope you liked it. As far as it is, you can create combination to the brushes and give some of the details to this, like uh, like you can use blob and give some alpha to that, and you can assign it to spray, and then you have a dented metal, something like that. So play with the brushes and with your settings, and you can find it very interesting. See, yeah. So I hope you like the video. Please like, share and subscribe if you liked it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.